What is it about public spaces that makes people lose all sense of respect and self-control? Planes, trains, cruise ships, you name it, we've all seen the viral videos. A normal trip turns into chaos, shouting, and sometimes even violence. Today, we're breaking down a shocking incident that happened on a cruise ship, where a heated argument ended in a knockout punch. But the real problem isn't just the fight. The video begins in the middle of a cruise ride. Passengers are seated and suddenly two men start shouting at each other. One is standing, chest out, refusing to back down. The other is firing insults, pointing fingers, and making the atmosphere increasingly hostile. Around them, instead of people trying to calm things down, phones come out. People start recording. Some even encourage the argument. So what's the fight about? From what we hear, it's the usual nonsense. Where someone is from, personal jabs, even comments about relationships. In other words, nothing that should ever matter on a cruise ride. But ego gets involved. Pride takes over. Instead of walking away, both men dig in. To make things worse, a few women nearby flip middle fingers, laugh, or even shove lightly at one of the men, escalating the tension further. This is a textbook example of social reinforcement, when people act out because they have an audience. And instead of de-escalating, the group around them adds fuel to the fire. Then comes the breaking point. One man throws a single punch, the other drops instantly, knocked out cold. Think about how dangerous that is. One fall could mean a concussion, a cracked skull, or worse. Many viewers watched the video and shrugged, thinking, here we go again, black passengers causing trouble on Carnival ships. Yes, but let's set the fight itself aside for now. Because whether the black man was right or wrong, the more serious issue here is the attitude of the surrounding passengers who witnessed the incident. This is not about black or white, because every single passenger observing the scene displayed the exact same kind of behavior. Instead of rushing to help the man who just got knocked out, many passengers laugh, point, or keep filming. They giggle. They make jokes. This isn't entertainment. This is a human life. And that's what I mean by ghetto behavior. Not the people, not the race, but the choices. When you laugh at violence instead of helping, when you cheer on chaos instead of calming it down, that is low-class ghetto behavior. It doesn't belong on a train or anywhere else. Let's pause here for clarity, because words matter. When I say ghetto behavior, I'm not talking about black people, or white people, or any group of people. I'm talking about the actions, screaming insults in public, filming someone's worst moment instead of helping, turning a shared space into a circus. That behavior is selfish, disruptive, and dangerous. It drags everyone down to the lowest common denominator. A train ride is supposed to be safe and uneventful. When it turns into a fight club, everyone loses. So why do we see this pattern over and over on planes, on ships? A few reasons. Stress is one. People travel tired, impatient, maybe intoxicated, and it doesn't take much to spark a confrontation. Another is ego. Nobody wants to look weak in front of a crowd. And then there's the social media factor. The second phones come out, people feel like they're on stage. They perform. They get louder, nastier, more aggressive, because they know they're being filmed. It's a toxic cocktail that makes situations explode instead of calming down. Here's the harsh truth. One reckless moment can change everything. That knockout punch, it could lead to an arrest, a permanent record, even a lawsuit. For the guy on the ground, it could mean long-term injury or trauma. For the bystanders, it creates an unsafe environment where anyone could be dragged into the chaos. And for the train operator and transit system, it's another viral headline that damages public trust. Was it worth it? Of course not. So what do we do about it? First, as individuals, we have to learn when to walk away. Not every insult needs a response. Not every stare is worth a fight. Second, if you're with friends, don't hype them up. Pull them back. Real friends de-escalate. And third, for public transit, there has to be a better security presence. Just knowing there's accountability on board can prevent these things from escalating. However, the biggest change must come from us, the passengers. Public space means shared space. Respecting that is non-negotiable. On top of that, cruise lines, especially Carnival, which is notorious for multiple onboard fights, have already introduced rules to help reduce brawls at sea. However, instead of agreeing with these rules, some black passengers felt they were being singled out and treated unfairly.
Carnival does not have to worry about me. They do not have to worry about me. We got the message loud and clear. We are not your demographic anymore. So y'all, I was supposed to be going on a Carnival cruise. So one of my friends is turning 30 and he's never been on a cruise. He doesn't have a passport, so do not suggest flying somewhere. So he's never been on a cruise, and he was like, "It's my dirty 30. I want to be on a turns up ship." He'd be seeing all the videos of Carnival. He was like, I want to do that because I'm trying to be lit for my birthday, right?"
But is that really the case? Let's hear directly from black passengers themselves on this matter.
They fucking sick of y'all. And before y'all get on here talking about some, oh, they racist, they hate black people. No, they hate niggas. That's what they hate. I hate them too. They hate niggas. That's exactly what it is. And y'all don't know how to handle yourselves. Y'all get on here, get drunk, get to fighting, being disruptive, disturbing all the other passengers. That's all it is. Like, y'all act like y'all have no fucking home training. Like, everywhere don't have to be a party. Some people pay for this shit just to simply relax.
Now, y'all know damn well Carnival Cruise is not racist. Like, what y'all talking about? Like, what are you talking about? It's not a black people issue. It's the ratchet, igga shit. And we know that already. And I'm from the hood, born and raised again, Southside Chicago, Inglewood, right? And when you in the hood, you see large groups of igga shit, dumb ratchet shit, you go the other way. Because what's going to happen? Somebody going to get shot. Caliber of ratchet, ignorant motherfuckers that's getting on that Carnival Cruise is the same caliber of motherfuckers that was out here scamming for that PPP loan. Just stupid. They not used to shit. They don't have no fucking home training. They not able to conduct themselves. They just ignorant, right? And Carnival Cruise not wrong for putting rules in place because you're fucking up their business.
So, where did the rumor of Carnival Cruise Line being racist actually come from? The uproar began when Carnival announced that large Bluetooth speakers would no longer be allowed on board. Around the same time, videos started circulating online showing Carnival nightclub guests claiming that DJs refused to play rap music. Instead, other genres were played, leaving the dance floor almost empty. This only fueled the rumor further. Was Carnival secretly banning rap and hip-hop? Carnival denied this, saying they feature a variety of music, but the perception remains, and many have started calling it cultural discrimination. Now, about the rap music debate. Carnival insists it has not banned hip-hop or rap, and in fact, still features it during nightclub theme nights. However, several passengers have reported being told by DJs that they couldn't play rap. Why? Some believe it's because rap lyrics often include explicit or aggressive content, which Carnival feels doesn't fit the family vacation vibe. Others see it as a coded way to push out a certain audience. This is where things get complicated. The line between behavior-based rules and culturally targeted rules can get very blurry. Critics argue that many of these rules, especially around music and nightlife, disproportionately affect black culture and younger passengers. That makes them feel singled out, even if the rules are not explicitly racial. On the flip side, defenders argue that Carnival is simply protecting its business. If families, older travelers, and higher-paying guests avoid the cruise because they don't want to deal with party chaos, then Carnival loses money. In fact, Carnival's profits have been surging since enforcing these rules, suggesting that many travelers prefer a calmer, more controlled environment. This debate taps into a larger question. What should a cruise vacation feel like? Should it be a floating nightclub where anything goes? Or should it be a family-friendly getaway where order is enforced? Ultimately, this isn't just about music. It's about what kind of community you create on board a cruise ship. With thousands of people sharing the same space, one person's idea of fun can be another person's nightmare. Carnival has decided that order and family comfort come first, even if that sparks accusations of discrimination. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Carnival is being reasonable? Or are these rules crossing the line into unfair targeting? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss our cruise news updates.